Yes, I have been a fan of the world of Oz since I was probably 11, maybe younger. So I thought it was a really great opportunity to jump into the world of my childhood imagination. My character, Oscar Diggs, starts off as a traveling magician, and he is a bit of a selfish man. He is a bit of a womanizer, and he is a little cruel to his assistant, played by Zach Braff. And then he's whisked off to Oz by a tornado. And in the land of Oz, he gets to relive everything he went through on Earth, or he has sort of a second chance to do things over. And at first, he does things in his old way, but gradually he learns to do things differently. Yes, I talked to Robert about this. He's worked on many films that create fantastical worlds. He won an Oscar for Avatar, and he won an Oscar for Alice in Wonderland. And he said that the way that he created the Land of Oz was the way that he preferred, because it was a combination of practical sets and blue screen. So in that way, in post-production, he can create this incredible world behind the actors through the computer. But when we shot on set, I and the other actors had sets to interact with, and we didn't just have a bunch of blue things around that we had to pretend were real things. We had things to look at and interact with. So it was the best for everyone. I got to work with the great Vegas magician Lance Burton, and he came out about 2 weeks before we started shooting and just worked with me on magic. And I told Sam I would be happy to do that. I would be happy to go out 2 weeks early and work on this magic if they didn't cut anything out. That if I went through all of this, that it would all stay in the movie. Well, just as you'd expect, the movie was too long, so some of the first things to go were some of the magic tricks in Oz's show. There's still some in there. I make people levitate and stuff, but you don't get to see the full array of my magical skills. I love Sam. I've known him for over 10 years. Mm-hmm. He's become a very good friend, and we have a great working relationship. He is one of the most fun directors to work with, but of course he also makes great movies, and he is a great at combining huge spectacle films with grounded human stories, and that the way he balances those two sides is very unique to him, and I think very innovative. If you look at the way the first Spider-Man film was put together, it sort of provided I think provided the template for all the other superhero films that came after him, and I think he's done something similar with the World of Oz. Well, in the film, we have 3 of the best actresses around, Rachel Weisz and Mila Kunis and Michelle Williams, and they're all very different actresses and play very different parts. And I acted with all of them, and it was a different experience with all of them, as it should be, and each enjoyable and each very rich. So yeah, it was great.